die for your revenge, Gray.
Our revenge.
Serrano tried to use us to do some ugly shit. Motherfucker is here.
Use the General to get off-world. Killing him is counterproductive.
Either make with one sweet and sloppy apology, or I will fuck up your lives!
I am gonna kill you!
Lee here talking Bulletstorm from Epic Games and People Can Fly. Bulletstorm, of course, is a multi-platform first-person shooter game for the 360 PS3. Of course, if you own both systems, you're probably going to lean towards the 360 version, as it will come with the Gears of War 3 beta. Yeah! So, I mean, yeah, of course it's released as a limited edition. There's going to be DLC later. Let's get into the meat of the game. Well, Bulletstorm kind of promises to be in with their ad campaign. They're trying to break the mold of first-person shooters, the military-based. They attacked pretty much Call of Duty directly in their Duty Calls trailer, which was downloaded like crazy, like in the last couple weeks before the game actually came out. What it actually is you're kind of like a space pirate, as it were. Not unlike Firefly. You crash land on this like game planet kind of thing, not unlike Predators. And what you kind of have to do is you're trying to get back at this guy whose ship you suicide kamikaze try to take down. He's on this planet. You're going to get to him, but the thing is, not only do you want revenge on this guy, he's also your ticket off the planet. Which leads to all kinds of turmoil. So you play as this main character. You have a cyborg buddy, as we all do, he's kind of treading the line of killing you and helping you out, which is always fun. Where the game mechanics come down is you kind of unlock all the weapons as you go. It's not a traditional FPS where you pick up weapons as you go kind of thing. You unlock them much in the way you would in a Half-Life or something like that. So you start with just the machine gun. You get this thing called a leash, and the whole idea of the game is to kill with skill. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. There's a point system in the game, so the more inventive you are with your kills, the more you use the environment around you to kill these enemies, which basically come down to the Raiders or the Wastelanders from Borderlands. You get more points, which allow you to buy stuff, either weapons, ammo, upgrades, etc., etc. But I mean, going through the game at a leisurely pace, you'll find that you have way more points than you ever need to. So kind of really destroy, like there needs to be more weapons or more to unlock, maybe damage upgrades, more capacity upgrades. There's not a whole lot to do. In one playthrough, you're going to max out everything, which kind of destroys the replay value aside from multiplayer, which I'll get to. So once you kind of figure out how this game works with the point system, you actually have a list that shows you a bunch of different skill shots you can do. For example, there's one where you can kick a guy into stasis, shoot him in the nuts, and that gets you a certain amount of points. Well, you could also leash him towards you, kick him, go around behind him, and shoot him in the butt, and then all of a sudden you have you have a different points system, and that's essentially what the game comes down to. There's a cactus. Well, guess what? Throw that guy into a cactus, you're going to get some points. Oh, throw him into the cactus, kick him in the head, and shoot him in the ass? Well, you're getting points all over the place. And once you kind of get that mechanic down, that's what the game's about. There's some secret skill shots in the game, ones that actually don't show you what they are until you just unlock them. There's one called Ceiling Fan, for example. You get a drill weapon in the game. If you actually can get under a guy and shoot him up onto the ceiling and he'll kind of spin, that's considered a skill shot. You get the idea. There's some really cool set-piece moments in this game. The whole game itself, by the way, graphically is pretty astounding for this game that kind of came out of nowhere. Well, it didn't come out of nowhere, but very, very colorful. It promises, again, not to be the brown and grays of other FPSs, and it succeeds there. There's a lot of foliage. A lot of water and stuff like that. So you're doing horrible things, but at least it's in a nice environment. You control this giant monster with this thing in this little city at one point. A lot of cool set piece moments. Very fun game to play. I had a lot of fun. Honestly, it's kind of a change of pace. The voice acting and stuff the game kind of knows what it wants to be. I want to say a la Duke Nukem, a lot of one-liners, a lot of, immature jokes and stuff like that, but the game tries to get serious at certain points, and it can't have both worlds. It hasn't earned it. So the game kind of, it's like, it just stares you in the face. It's just like, feel sad now. You can't really, because people are saying things like, let's make like a Kaiser and roll. You're like, this is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, is what it is. There is a multiplayer mode, as I mentioned. It's cooperative multiplayer, not unlike something like Horde mode from Gears of War, something that you're essentially you're not competing for points, but you get waves of enemies. You can play up to 4 guys. You can customize your character online. Who really cares? And you're trying to get points. But the idea is not to come out on top. The idea is kind of spread the joy, as it were, to just to move and progress. There's going to be DLC, apparently, which is going to add some more map arenas and stuff like that. By then, I don't think anybody will still own this game. There is very little replayability to this game. 6 to 7 hours for the campaign. That was on normal difficulty when me and my buddy played it. The weapons, again, are kind of lacking. Once you kind of unlock everything, you're like, that's really it. Dismemberment is nice. I always enjoy a good dismemberment FPS. Taking off guys' heads with a sniper rifle, shooting off legs and stuff like that is always good fun. It's kind of over-the-top violent in the way that Mortal Kombat is. So, I mean, a mature rating, I mean, doesn't really go a long way. Like, it's so silly that it never feels that gritty kind of thing. Bulletstorm, though, was a nice change of pace. I did enjoy it more than Killzone on the campaign side anyways, just because it was so flashy and there was just stuff going on. So 6.5 out of 10 is what I give Bulletstorm. A good, solid rental, if anything. I mean, save your money until it drops in price, because there really isn't a lot here of lasting value.
Bigger firepower! Woo! Yeah! Badass bosses! Oh, shit! More skill shots than you can count. Combos that'll pucker your butthole.